In this long tutorial video here, I'm going to show you how to edit video projects straight in Adobe Photoshop. So I'm here in Photoshop and I want to show you some of the videos that we're going to be working with. Now, in order to get multiple videos into Photoshop, I'm actually going to take advantage of the use of Adobe Bridge. So I'm going to go to File, Browse in Bridge, and there we go. I got my Bridge workspace set up here. On my desktop, I'm going to scroll down to my editing videos here, and I can double click to look inside there. Now, keep in mind, one of the videos that I'm going to incorporate is a video that I downloaded off of YouTube. So I gave you a couple of screenshots here of a couple of websites that you can use to download videos from YouTube and then reincorporate them back into your video project. So one of them is YouTube2, the number 2, YouTube2video.com, and the other one is YouTubeMP4.site. Okay, so there's a couple of screenshots of a couple of websites. I also have this tutorial video that's in a separate video on how to download YouTube videos. So a tutorial just about getting videos from YouTube. So you'll also have that to go back on. And what I have here is two basic folders. One is basic video editing, and the other one is basic video sounds. Sounds we're going to add to our video file. So right here in folder 1, the main idea for any video project is to have a main job folder. You have to store everything in a job folder because you are going to be making links from video files to Photoshop. So everything needs to be contained in one folder. So right up here, that was my main folder on my desktop, editing videos, all campuses demo. So I use this at all my schools. So there is my job folder. Okay, if I double click to open that, we have 4 simple files we're going to edit together. Okay, one of them right here is just a video of my son riding his bike. If you're in Adobe Bridge, you can play back the video and you can see he just starts down the street, rides his bike past me and right into the sun. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to edit some of that bad video out. So I can pause that, stop playing that. The second video is just a video of his bicycle wheel spinning. Okay, and the third video is a video of him riding by, and you hear me telling him what to do, and he's waving at the viewer. Okay, to make this a little more exciting, I downloaded the Marvel opening sequence. I want to make this little bicycle video a Marvel video. So you can see right here, I have downloaded the opening sequence video from YouTube, and I'm going to incorporate that beginning to my video project. Okay, so in Adobe Bridge, the reason why I use Bridge is I can use an automated loading process. And what I mean by that is I'm going to click on file number 1, shift click, shift click, shift click all my videos, and then I go to Tools menu, down to Photoshop, and load files into Photoshop layers. That's going to bring all those videos and stack them back into one Photoshop file for me to work on. And you can see right here on my layers, I've got all my layers stacked up. Okay, so to avoid any memory issues, I'm going to come down to Bridge and I'm going to quit Adobe Bridge so I don't have that running in the background. And here are my video files. Okay, what I'm going to do first is you'll notice on your timeline panel, this panel automatically opens up whenever you're doing a video project. And what it does, just like layers are stacked on top of each other, now my videos are stacked on top of each other. So the problem is, if I go to play this video, all I'm going to see is video 1 because it's stacked on top of the other ones. And then when I get over to here, I'll start to see some of video 2, and then all the rest will be this Marvel opening sequence. Okay, so I want my videos to play back to back to back, not on top of each other. So right here on my layers panel, notice when I click the top layer, it's on the top track. Second layer is the second track. Third layer is the third track, and so on. I numbered my layers so you can see how they correspond to the numbers here. And what I want to do is not have them play on top of each other. So I'm going to click the top layer, shift click the bottom layer, and down here on my timeline panel, every one of these video tracks has a little film strip icon. Okay, I'm just going to go on the top one right here. Click this little film strip icon and say new video group from clips. That's basically telling Photoshop, take all these selected clips and now put them in a group or in a folder. And when you put videos in a folder, it will line them up back to back to back for us. So I'm going to click here, new video group from clips. Okay, there we go. And you can see the video group folder right over here. I can open that, and you can see right here, there is a vertical red bar. And at the top of that is a little blue handle. This is called your scrubber. So when I click and drag this, I can see and play back and test different stopping points or locations in my video. Okay, so I can scroll that back, bring that forward, whatever I want to do. Okay, but that's only showing the first video. So down here is a scroll bar. I can scroll this over, and you'll see my videos are coming in backwards. It's saying video 3, and then video 2, and then video 1. That's backwards. Okay, so what I want to do is restack my layers. I have number 4 down here. So you can see if number 4 is at the bottom is the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to take number 1 and pull it right down above number 4, and I'm going to reverse the number order here. So it's 4, and then 1, 2, 3. So my videos will play back. Video 1, video 2, video 3. Okay, in that order. Okay, when you get this started, you can obviously see my videos don't match the size of my file at all. So what I want to do is click on video 3, shift click 2 and shift click 1 and pull them back in. They're just way too small. So I need to blow them up. Okay, but before you do that, you need to edit the sounds in this video. So I'm not going to do that yet. Okay. When I click and drag right here and I scrub through the video, anytime I want to play back my video, I hit my space bar. And we'll just turn that up so you can hear it. I'll hit my space bar again to stop playing that back. So this little timeline bar right across the top of your video tracks, you click and drag in there. That's how you scrub through a video. Okay, and if I put my scrubber right here and I hit my space bar, I can hear the wind, the crackling going on in this video. And I can see all that bad sunlight. And then I hear voices in my video, and I don't want those coming through. Okay, I can also scroll over here, click above the third video, and this is the main trick with the timeline panel. If you want to click or look at a video, click on its bar and then scrub over that video. That is the most important thing. So if I want to look at video 3, I click on it, and then I click above it. So I scrub over the video. That is the most important part. Whatever video you're on, scrub above it. Now when I hit the space bar, you can hear me talking and telling him,
keep going, keep going. All right.
Okay, we'll hit the space bar. So you can hear me talking in the video, and I don't want you to hear that. So before I start enlarging my videos, I need to edit the sounds. Okay, so on video number 3, you can see I'm on that because there's a white frame around this track. You can also see it right up here on my layers panel. In the upper right corner is a pop-up, and I can click on the sound icon, the little music notes, and mute the audio, silence this video. So now it'll play back like a 1920s era silent movie. There will be no sound in this video. Okay, if I click on video 2 right here, it's got a white frame around that track. I scrub over the top of that, and now I click the pop-up again. Go to the music icon, the sound icon, or the audio, and mute the audio. So this is now a silent video. Okay, right down here is a scroll bar. I can scroll back and forth, click on video 1, scrub above video 1, click the pop-up in the upper right, I go to the music icon, and I mute the audio. Okay, so technically, what I've just made is this video right here taken from YouTube has sound in it. And then once that video comes to an end, I've got 3 silent videos. Okay, the problem is I need to blow up these videos because you can obviously see they're not sized with this Marvel opening sequence. So I'm going to scrub over here, click on video 1, shift click video 2, and shift click video 3. Okay, then I hit Command T to transform, and this is why I edited the sounds first. Transforming video layers requires converting it to a smart object. Okay, I'll click cancel on that. When you convert a video to a smart object, you cannot edit the sound in that video anymore. So I had to do that ahead of time. Okay, blue tracks right here are indicative of video files. When I convert these, so I can blow up my videos to smart objects, they're going to turn purple. It's a little color indicator to indicate what you've done to those layers. So Command T to transform them. I will convert them. Now they're all purple. And now I just hold my Option key and I can blow these up so they're as big as that opening sequence file right there. I'll lose a little bit at the top and bottom, but this will work fine for me. And I hit return. Okay, now I can scrub through those. They're still video files. I'm just going to test it out, make sure I didn't bring it up too high or too low. That one's good. This one's good. Want to make sure that he is going by. Okay, so this will work for me. Maybe on the third one, I'll click this bar. See, I don't like his head getting chopped off, so I'll just move that video down a little bit more right there. Now I can scrub back and forth and see how he fits in our frame a lot better. Okay, and now I've pretty much got these set up. So I can scroll back to the beginning, click above in the timeline, and back this up to the very, very beginning. And before I do anything else, I want to save my progress because I'm incorporating large video files. And large video files take up a lot more memory in Photoshop. So you don't want that eating up your space or crashing your Photoshop application. So I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I will call this one My Video Project. I'm going to save it as a Photoshop file because I'm still working with all my layers. And I'm going to put this right here, Editing Videos, my main job folder. And I'll save it. I'll click OK. So now I won't lose any progress that I've already started. Okay, right here, I've got this little video group. I can either leave that open or I can click the triangle and just close up the group because I have my videos on my timeline panel. The other thing is you'll notice how long video number 4 is. And if it cuts off your other videos over here, you have a thumbnail slider right down here. So if I drag this to the left, I'll squeeze these down and now I can see video 4, 1, 2, and 3 if you need to see everything on your timeline panel. Okay, the only problem with this is when you squeeze these down, it's very hard to do detailed editing. So I wouldn't recommend it, but that is what your thumbnail slider does. So I'll push it back to the right. If I ever need to, I'll just scroll across. And I'm going to hit right here, back this up to the beginning, and I'm going to hit my space bar just to get a feel for how this video plays out. But you can see over here on the right, it's getting cut off. So I'm just going to scroll over a little bit so I know where that video is going to end. But I am back here at the beginning. Okay, and I'll hit my space bar. We'll just play back the introduction. So this is going to be the beginning of my video. I'll let that play out. I can scroll right here. Let's bring that over a little further. And it'll keep going to your scrubber. So every time I go too far, it kind of backs up. But now I can see where the sequence is going to end here. Okay, and right there, there's no more sound. It's just black. And I don't like that black coming into my video. And then my video starts. So that's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to click right here on video 1, scrub over video 1, and I'm going to click and drag my scrubber because right about here, I want to find where the music is kind of coming to an end. So I'm going to hit my space bar, and then when the music ends, I'm going to hit my space bar again. Right about there. Okay, that's where the music ends, right there. So all this video right here is where it just goes to black. It's totally useless to me. So if I click on video 1 and I scrub where I want that video to end, not here, but right before that, I click on this pair of scissors. I'm going to snip this video into 2 segments. So I'm going to split it. Click the scissors. Now I click this bad part of the video where it just went to black, and I hit delete. So now this video will come to an end and right into my opening scene. Okay, but that is an abrupt change. Notice when I hit the space bar and then boom, my video starts. And that's kind of shocking. It's jarring to go from one scene and then just pop right into another. So I'm going to scrub back over here. I'm on video 1, and I'm going to look right where video 1 or the opening sequence and video 1 begin, right here in this space. Okay, instead of the first opening sequence stopping and then my new one starting, I want them to cross over each other. I want them to blend into each other. So right next to my scissors are my transitions. And I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click on the words Crossfade. Then I let go of my mouse. And now I click and drag those words right to the line that separates these 2 videos. You'll see a black rectangle telling you this is where you can drop in a crossfade. So I'm going to let go of my mouse, take my scrubber, and now when I test this, as Marvel Studios is coming to an end, my video will fade into that like that. Okay, so I'll back it up and hit the space bar. There we go. Hit my space bar again. But I want my video to cross over even more. So this tiny little white box, this little ramp, is my crossover. The length of that determines how fast this will cross over. And I want it to go a little slower. So I click this little crossfade and I drag it out even further. Okay, so now when I scrub over, this video is going to come in and then we're going to be fading in a lot slowly. So I'm going to back up a little bit, hit my space bar and test this out, see how they cross over in real time. And there we go. Hit my space bar, I like that. Now I'm going to click on this second video, scrub over here, and right there when he hits the neighbor's driveway across the street, okay, all the video after this is where he's riding into that terrible sunlight. Just looks really bad, okay? So I don't want that to cross over into there. So I'm going to go right there. Okay, and all I have to do now is click on the scissors, snip that video into two, click on the part that's bad, and I delete that part. I don't need it. Okay, now my video comes to an end right there. Now it comes into the next video, and the problem with the next part is this one just sits there and spins and spins and spins forever, and I don't need it to be that long. So I can click, and if it's all pretty much the same bicycle wheel spinning, I can go to the end of the video and just pull it back and just kind of chop off a little segment of that video right there. Just shorten it up. Okay, the next video comes in, boom. It just starts right up, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is scrub away from the end, and right here is my transition again. I click it, and now I'm going to do a fade with black. So I click on the words and let go. Click and drag them right to the end of this video. You'll see a black rectangle telling me I can drop in a fade. And now when I scrub, you'll see the video fade to black. But then right at the end, pop, the next video comes up, and that doesn't look good. So I'm going to scrub over video 3, click on video 3 now that I've scrubbed over it, and do another fade with black. I'll click my transition, click fade with black. Now I click and drag it to the beginning of the end video. So here's my scrubber again. I'm going to hit my space bar to test it. Fades out and fades in. So it's a lot smoother on the eye. Okay? When I hit the space bar to stop, notice the end of my video. He rides by and then we're just staring at a tree. So I want my video to kind of fade to color right about here. Right there. Okay, so again, I click the pop-up for transitions, and now I can click fade with color. It's going to fade to a gray, so I'm going to click on that gray, and I'm going to sample with my eyedropper the green from the car across in the neighbor's driveway right there. Now I can take the words fade with color, drag and drop them. And now this video with my scrubber will fade to green. But I don't want it to fade after we're just looking at a tree. So again, I want it to start to fade right about there. So I click on that little white ramp and I stretch it out. So now notice it'll fade away with color like that. Okay, and I don't want the video to end where we're staring at a tree. So I want my video to end right there. I click on video 3, take the end of it, and chop off the end. So now it fades right there. Good, perfect timing. So now I'm going to scroll back to the beginning, scrub back to the beginning, Command S, and I will save my progress. What I'm going to show you in the next tutorial Now that I have my videos set up, in the next tutorial I'm going to talk about how we add all the effects and the sound and the music. But to finish off this one, notice I've got a crossfade right here. Okay. This one comes in and then boom, the next one starts. So I want more transitions. I'm going to scrub over video 2, click. Then I'm going to go to my transition and let's do another crossfade. Click on the words crossfade. Now I click and drag it right there. So now when he rides his bike, it will cross into the next video. Okay, and if that's too abrupt, I hit my space bar. We'll see how fast it goes. Okay, that was pretty quick. So I can click on this ramp, stretch it out a little longer there. Now I hit the space bar and we've got a slower, smoother transition. So that's good. Okay, the only other thing I'm going to do is scroll back to the beginning, click on video 1, and scrub back to the beginning. Because I don't want my video to start with a blank black screen. So to show you the final transition, I click this, I click fade with white. Now I click and drag and I put it at the beginning. Right at the beginning it's going to fade out. Oops, let's try this again. Okay, let's see. Oops, let's hit the space bar. Okay, somehow getting an error message. Okay, let's take this fade and delete it. And wow, it just wouldn't let me do that fade. Okay. All right, I want that fade, so I'm going to try this again. Click there, fade with white, drag it in. Oh, wow, my fade with white is not working on that Marvel video. Okay, well, let's take it out then. Okay, hopefully it'll work on your demo. For some reason, it's just not working on this one. I don't know why. So you do have the abilities. Fade with transparency, cross videos that fade into each other, fade with black, fade with white, fade with color. Just for some reason, it's not letting me fade with white. So I'm going to hit Command S. I'm going to save my progress. Click here and let's see one more time if I can add that fade with white. If it won't let me, then I'll just disregard it. But I'm going to try this after saving. Fade with white. Click and drag. Yeah, that's weird. I've never had that happen before. Okay. So let me click the fade with white and take it out. I guess we'll go with the opening black credit right there. So what I'm going to do is save this progress. I've got all my video laid out. I've got all my crossfades and everything, my transitions. What I'm going to do, like I said in the next tutorial, step 2, so this one doesn't drag out forever, is I'm going to show you how to add audio and type and all the other great effects you can do on a video project. So Command S, and I will see you in the next step for video editing here in Photoshop.